Welcome back. News of the day video for September 24th, 2021, as the channel sits 110 subs away from the next 1,000. On Wrestle Talk, they offer to dance. I'll offer not to dance. How does that sound? Sammy Niku has signed a one-year, two-way contract with the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, Winnipeg decided to terminate his contract, and Niku's relationship with the Jets was not good for a while. It had been rumored to be soured, I want to say like at least 2 seasons worth. So now Niku gets to go to Montreal and get a chance to prove himself. Since it's a two-way contract, he'll be paid less if he goes to the AHL. But I think Niku will get a good chance for Montreal. It adds a little bit of depth to their blue line, and there's no risk to the signing. None. Zero risk to this at all. So all the best to Niku. Winnipeg, Dylan Sandberg is now out 6 to 8 weeks with an ankle sprain. Sandberg, of course, kind of a highly regarded prospect for the Winnipeg Jets. And we'll see, once this is healed up, what kind of a role he has, if he plays regularly with the team or what happens. But Sandberg, that's got to be a tough... I don't want to say tough break, because it's an ankle sprain, so it's already a break. But that's a tough go of it, to end up being injured when you have a pretty good chance of making it onto the roster. So hopefully... he's more towards the 6 weeks of being out rather than the 8. So we watched the scrimmage game with the Canucks today. White versus blue. White won the game 3-0. Demko looked good. But again, here's the thing. I expect a lot of overanalysis throughout training camp. There always is. There's always that. This veteran looks terrible. This kid looks great. This is... Okay. But this is teammates against teammates. There were a few pretty good hits during the scrimmage game, but nothing really major. And, so basically the guys who are usually throwing the hits are usually the ones looking to try to improve, and show the coaches that they can play and that they're, capable of doing the physicality part. It was interesting because it's a very crowded bench. You got a lot of players. And, I will say this, Jet Wu, I like him. And if the Canucks can't get Quinn Hughes onto the roster, if they can't figure out how much money to pay him, maybe give a guy like this a chance. Now, the one problem I had was that he had a lot of pretty good rushes. The problem was when the puck was turned over, now he's out of position. So now you gotta get back. So there were a couple of times where I was like, okay, Jet, you gotta get back now. But come on, who doesn't want to see Wu out there playing for the Canucks? I definitely do. So, but again, I expect people to overanalyze all of this, as we do with training camps. And, they have weeks until the games really matter. There might be veterans who come in out of shape. There might be rookies that come in absolutely great. But between now and in 3 weeks' time, when the games are important and they mean something, things change. They change quickly. Veterans know how to amp it up. So, I didn't see Oliver Ekman-Larsson sucking wind at all today, so... it's going to be disappointing for people. And Garland is a smaller player. He definitely is. But he's also, he's fast, and I was impressed with the one break that he had out there. So, again, I'm more of the optimist. I don't want to get into who didn't play well or who's, it looks like this guy's going to have a rough year when it's a scrimmage game. It's absolutely just a scrimmage. So, but again, I do expect overreactions to what goes on in training camps. That's kind of how that works. Anton Lundell has not been on the ice for training camp with the Panthers. They're saying that it's a minor injury for him. He has a roster spot there if he wants to grab it. I honestly would be kind of surprised if Lundell doesn't play, but if he's dealing with this injury, if it hurts him at all going through the rest of the preseason, he may end up getting some time elsewhere before actually getting into games, or maybe he's a healthy scratch a couple of times, that kind of thing. But for Florida, there's nothing to worry about because Florida's got a lot of forwards. They have a lot of forwards. Good news for Colorado fans. Pavel Francouz is healthy. Francouz missed all of last season. I like Pavel Francouz. I think he's a good goaltender. I remember a couple of years ago talking him up a lot, and there were those who disagreed with me, so we'll see this year whether or not me buying into the Francouz hype is correct or not. But for Colorado, you have Kemper, you have Francouz. That's a decent tandem. As long as Francouz is healthy, That's good because if Kemper gets injured, and usually during a full season Kemper will get hurt, you need to have somebody in there who can step in and take over for a few weeks as need be. So we'll see what happens there. Connor Zary his status has changed for Calgary. So it turns out he has a fractured ankle. They took a further look at it. My guess is he was in a lot more pain than they thought he should be. And now it's week to week. So for Zary with a fractured ankle, again, it depends on the fracture. It depends on the angle of all of it, right? And so we'll see how long he's out and how bad the fracture is. Not all fractures are created equal. But for the Flames and for their fans, they're going to want to see Zary back as soon as possible here. Vegas news here. Robin Lehner stating that he understands that goalies in Vegas, they want him a little more flashy. And I thought, well, yes, but Lehner should play to his strengths. He's apparently slimmed down in the offseason. He did some pretty heavy training in the offseason to drop some weight, which as long as that doesn't hurt other parts of his game, cool, great. So yesterday we had Matt Murray bulking up, and today we have Robin Lehner slimming down. So we'll see how things go for him and how things go for Vegas this year. Expectations are very high, and so when expectations are high, that means the pressure is going to be pretty high as well. But we'll see. So there you go. Little news of the day video for all you fine people on a Friday. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.